So please don't forget the money, man.
What's the deal, y'all? It's Jay Shep, aka Everyday Shooter here, back again with another one. Now today, you saw from the intro that what we're working with today, we're gonna be working with a big bore, or a big girl basically, a 458 SOCOM. What's a 458 SOCOM? All right, so just to give you an idea about the 458 SOCOM, this is the round that it puts out, all right? So here's my finger, and then here we have the 458 SOCOM round. That's a big honking round right there. 300 grains, I'm telling you. So this sucker is moving. Anyway, the reason why they created this round was for the traditional stopping power, like the 5.56s, things like that. It was taking more than one round. This was created to do one shot, one knockdown, take whatever target it is that you're shooting at. It should only take one round to take it out. So they created these. But just needless to say, these jokers are expensive, man. So you can't just go around just mag dumping these jokers. So that's why I haven't really put too much of it into the video, or really put too many rounds to it before I went ahead and just decided, let's go ahead and overhaul it. Now, this build I did when I was kind of getting into the two-way thing, and as the price of bullets went up, the use of this gun just basically went to, like, I just didn't use it at all. And you know, I got a few posts, a few feedbacks on the initial build. Boy, y'all hate some red parts. Golly, man, I ain't never seen so much hate when it comes to parts. Like, they're not trash parts, they're Timber Creek parts, Strike Industry parts, things like that. So they're not trash, but for some reason, when people see red parts, they just see red. I don't know what it is about them red parts. But anyway, what I figured was, you know what? Since I'm doing the Cerakoting thing, I'm gonna go ahead and take it back down to the metal. Then I'm gonna bring it back with a little bit of a color change, redo the part so maybe it doesn't trigger so many people. For some reason, like I say, I don't know, maybe they'll have less of a problem with it now. So let's just go ahead and get into what I'm working with now. We're gonna start with the breakdown. You saw the breakdown. I broke it down. I didn't even want to spend a whole lot of time on the initial build. But you'll see where it is, where it's now, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through kind of like what I did, what I changed on it, which is basically all of the cosmetics on it, basically. Pretty much all of it I redid. But let's go ahead and go through it.
All right, again, so with the right tool comes the right results, man. I ended up breaking my armorer's wrench on this thing. I had to get this big honking wrench in order to get this funky ass barrel nut off of here. I got this off. Take this off. Got a little washer that goes on between the barrel nut and the barrel extension, and you just pull this out. See, it's got a little notch right that goes in there. You just take that out, and here we have the barrel. It's a 16-inch barrel. It doesn't look like it's really long, but this is a 16-incher. Just so y'all know, it's important to have the right tools. I got a bench vise. I've got a block here, a bev block for Magpul, using that to hold down the receiver. And then of course you got the takedown pin to hold it in place. But the most important thing that I've noticed, man, is having the right tool will make all the difference. If you got to take a little bit more time to get the right stuff before you get started, then do that. But can't tell you how frustrating it is to get somewhere and then get stuck because you don't have the right tool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and run through my setup real quick. This is kind of my first setup. As you see, it's still clean, so it's brand new. As you can see inside, got the gloves, got the gun inside. It's got one tube for the air, which is the red one. The clear one is to pull the sand from the bottom. As you probably see, I got some down there. Pulls it up through the gun, blasts it out. Then right here, it sucks up some of the dust because it's gonna get real dusty in there. It's a dust tube that goes in here to this dust separator. Then it goes from the dust separator to the shock back. All right, so the shock back doesn't get full with, you know, dust and sediment and all that. Here's the air compressor. You got one line going into the side of the sandblasting cabinet. Like I said, that connects to the red one. And I think we got everything we need for the sandblasting cabinet. So we're about to see. I'm about to go put it on a table, of course, but I just wanted to connect everything. You see, you kind of got to use your ingenuity to connect some of this stuff together, because everything doesn't quite fit on like it's supposed to. But I'm gonna put some AC duct tape around the edges just in case, so I don't lose any air from this. But for now, this is my first setup, so we're gonna see what's up. I'm probably gonna have to upgrade, but it is what it is. Let's do it.
Please don't forget the money, man. Please don't forget the money, man.
Alright guys, so now that you're seeing the close-up, here it is. Wide body, long body, whatever. Yes, I noticed that I'm matching with the color scheme of the gun, but you know why? You know why that is though?
Trying to impress you, you know that.
I know it. Now, where'd you get the mushroom shirt? I got to know.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. See, you got to coordinate.
Yes, that's what you did.
Here's the finished product, at least for now. So just in case you didn't know all of the things that I've changed on this, basically I took the only thing that's still the same really is the round ejection port, the receiver, and the black that you see on the stock and the foregrip. Pretty much everything else I redid. All right, so we've got a different scope or a different optic on there. The one that I put on there, it was just one that I had laying around. again, that's something else that triggers people. Like, you can have the nicest gun in the world, you put a trash optic on there or a bad optic, people coming for you. So obviously this isn't the top of the line, but this is another one that I had. So it's an upgrade from what was on there. I don't really see a ton wrong with it. It's a budget scope. With this type of rifle, you're not gonna be going out to probably more than 200, 300 yards. So you don't need like a long magnifying scope. You don't need a ton of stuff. And the round is so big, you're only holding about 10. So you don't need something like a, you know, your regular reflex sight, things like that. I mean, you can, but this is just what I chose to go with. Monstrum, I believe it was maybe like, I don't know, like 120 bucks, something like that for the optic. But anyway, guys, so like I said, I redid the rail, I redid the parts on the stock here, I redid the castle nut, redid the buffer tube, redid the charging handle, redid the upper receiver, redid the, redo the lower receiver, redid the trigger guard, redid the safety selector, redid the takedown pins, redid the mag release. Let's see what else. I did the barrel, obviously, redid the muzzle brake. It's basically a brand new gun from the outside of these. Now, the inside, the internals, you'll see that there were a couple hiccups that I had as far as the barrel nut, because it's a large barrel nut. It broke my armorer's wrench, so I ended up having to use like a pipe wrench to get it off. Tell me what you think. Y'all let me know. Go ahead and put down in the comments. Is she a big bad?
That's a huge bitch.
Or is she just kind of like, eh? Y'all let me know.
All right, y'all. So after talking about the ins and outs of this new 458 SOCOM remodel or remake, whatever you want to call it, that I did, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments, whether or not it's better, worse, or just meh, whatever. But yeah, so I tell you what, you know what, we were gonna go to the range, but I'm just gonna make a separate video for that. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and make a separate video for that. I'll drop that one probably the next day or two. But I appreciate y'all coming by. Appreciate y'all giving your input. Appreciate y'all just all around. And as always, I'm gonna show you what to do. Peace.